Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Rimuru X Harem, Regret and Returning into the Past. By peaches0531 Chapter 24. Does anyone else object to Rimuru getting a seat and being a demon lord? Guy asked to break the ice inside the dead silent meeting hall. Rimuru deserves it, Noda. He was even deserving in getting my first kiss, Noda. Milim with a cheerful look on her face. Everybody inside the room was lagging and didn't quite understand what Milim blurted out. Can you repeat what you just said, Milim? Ruminas while starring daggers at Milim. Seeing this, Milim already knew about Ruminas from Seal months ago. She then teased Ruminas. Victory smile. Kissed Noda. I said my first kiss, Noda. Milim then runs towards Rimuru's chair. Millie. Rimuru didn't get to finish his words, because Milim kissed him out of the blue. Ha. Milim separated her lips from Rimuru's to catch some air, then continued. Ha. After the kiss, a string of saliva can be seen that was connecting Milim's mouth onto Rimuru's. Milim. Rimuru, while having a slightly blushed face, sitted on his chair. Ruminas sama. Roy said loudly. Ruminas was tearing Roy's cape with killing intent, looking at Milim. Wahahaha. Rimuru is really delicious, Noda. Milim while looking at Ruminas with a smirking face. You pink-haired lowly dragon. Ruminas rushed towards Milim, resulting in the two of them fighting like cats and dogs on the floor. You old gothic vampire. Milim while grabbing Rumina's ears. Old. Look who's talking, you clown lingerie wearing baby-minded old hag. Ruminas while pulling Milim's twin tails. Multicolored eye witch. Milim while started to tear onto Rumina's dress. You loudmouth old lowly dragon. Ruminas then started to tear onto Milim's breast's armored plate. You flat vampire. Milim successfully tore the back part of Rumina's dress. Flat. Look who's talking, you air-breasted lowly. Ruminas also broke off some of Milim's armor plate. They both separated and struggling to hold up their garments and started to cast magic. Less than stop, greater than the maid earlier, or should I say Seal walked right in the middle. That flat lowly dragon started it, Ruminas while pointing at Milim. I just kissed my lover. Is that wrong, you gothic vampire? Milim while looking at Ruminas. Less than Milim, greater than then Seal looked at the opposite side. Less than Ruminas, greater than. Then Seal lifted her right hand and kissed the ring on her finger. It had a body made out of silver-like material, with a red gem as its center. It was really beautiful, and it has that radiating divine aura emitting from the gem itself. Seal then smirked and started to rub the ring in her finger. It looked like she's showing it off purposely. Everybody else inside the room just watched the three. Nobody dared to butt in. Less than dear. Really loves me. He just didn't propose to me but gave me this ring as a symbol that I am his, greater than. Seal. The two was about to team up against Seal in that catfight. Wait. Stop. Rimuru with sweats forming in his face. Less than hey, greater than, darling, Rimuru. Both Milim and Ruminas shouted while looking at him. I know, first calm down. Then Rimuru made two similar rings but with different gems as the center. One ring has a black gem embedded in it and the second ring had a dark pink gem as the center. Me first. Both the two blurted out. No, me, Noda. Milim kicked Ruminas in the butt enough for her to trip over. Here. Rimuru her. Milim didn't get to finish. 3 bats appeared like mosquitoes swarming in her face. You. Both of them stared at each other with imaginary lightings appearing into each other's eyes. Rimuru used body duplication and inserts the ring at the same time on both Milim and Ruminas. He also has parallel existence, everybody thought. Now I got another individual to add up on my headache, Guy thought. Then Rimuru walks back towards his chair, but not in the same situation earlier. Seal in the middle with Milim and Ruminas on both sides, sitting in Rimuru's lap. Cough. Shall we continue? Now that Rimuru is officially one of us taking on Clayman's seat, anything else? Guy asked with a slightly awkward voice. I would like to say something. Frey uttered. Go on, Guy responded. I would like to step down on my position being a demon lord and would like to serve under Milim. What? Milim said loudly. Ara, you're going to starve serving under this lowly dragon, Ruminas said with a carefree attitude. You stupid vampire. Milim was struggling to reach out into Ruminas because Seal was in between them. Cough. Do you have a specific reason for this? Guy followed up while ignoring Milim and Ruminas. After seeing Lady Seal fight with Milim earlier, I realized that I am not fit in being a demon lord. We may be equal in title, but I don't have the power to live up to that title. Milim-chan, I will be in your care, Frey while looking at Milim. But Milim less than foo. It's good to have a proper lady like her to help out in wedding preparations greater than. After hearing those words coming from Seal, an imaginary lightbulb pops out at the top of Milim's head. Wahahaha. Very well, Noda, Milim with a confident face. Very well, from now on Frey will no longer be a demon lord, and will serve under Milim, Guy announced. I would also like to step down on my position, Carrion said. You too? I expected you to awaken in a few hundred years. Anything else? Guy asked while holding his forehead. I would also like to serve under Milim, but still be the king ruling the Beastman, Carrion answered. Carrion? Milim's confident face started to change into the opposite. You should take responsibility. Besides, you destroyed my country. Luckily nobody died after that. Carrion with burning eyes looking at Milim. Milim grabbed Ciel's arms, hiding her face. Less than foo. So lucky. Having more subordinates means more audience for a really grand wedding greater than. Then again, after hearing Ciel, Milim accepted immediately. Okay. Noda, Milim while giving Carrion a thumbs up motion. Ara. Grand childish wedding, you say? Foo. Ruminas didn't want to miss any openings against Milim. Wahahaha. Too bad you can only have a wedding underground, you multicolored eye vampire, Milim blurted. Ara. It's even more special and unique, Ruminas trying to be on top. Then two of them stared at each other again. Ahem. Very well, from now on Carrion's and Frey's territory will be under Milim, Guy announced. Then Frey along with Carrion stands behind Rimuru because Milim was sitting on Rimuru's lap. Now there are only 8 of us, we couldn't be called the 10 great demon lords anymore. Rimuru blurted, making the remaining demon lords gulp deeply. Wahahaha. Did you guys forget my lover is really good at giving names? Milim voiced out. Foo. For once I agree with the clown dragon, Ruminas followed up. You stupid gothic vampire. Milim then pouts and clings into Rimuru closer. Seeing this, Ruminas also clinged closer, MHMFMFMMMH. Everybody in the room couldn't hear Rimuru's words clearly, because he's currently buried by the 3 on her lap. Less than dear said, how about Octagram, meaning 8-pointed star greater than. Everybody agreed instantly. Now we should think of a good nickname for Rimuru, Guy suggested. Then Guy looked at everybody on the table. Less than how about underscore, Lord greater than Seal suggested. Hearing those words, Guy along with DeGruel, even Dino and Leon smirked. Rimuru didn't hear anything clearly. He feels like he was just a chair for the 3 and didn't bother anymore. Besides, he had already done what he came for and had already been recognized. I agree. Everybody voted. Then Rain started to call out the Octagram with their specific title. Demon, Lord of Darkness, Guy Crimson Sama Dragonoid, Destroyer, Milim Nava Sama. Fairy, Labyrinth, Rimuru Sama Giant, Earthquake, DeGruel Sama. Vampire, Queen of Nightmares, Ruminas Valentine Sama. Fallen, Sleeping Ruler, Dino Sama Demonoid, Platinum Saber, Leon Cromwell Sama. Demon Slime. Rain stopped and looked at the individuals sitting at the table. Guy along with the others nodded. Even Seal, Demon Slime, Void Devourer, Harem Lord. R. Rimuru Tempest Sama *PFFTT. Rain immediately bowed and rushed outside of the meeting hall, and laughs can be heard from the inside. Everybody hearing that was desperately holding onto their mouths. Then everybody got back on their respective seats. Only Rimuru didn't get to hear anything. They are now waiting for food to be served, and everyone inside the meeting hall was avoiding eye contact with Rimuru.